Hi, this is Jason Major with Biblical Smack Universe, and today I'm talking about ADBC, not ACDC, the Christmas rock opera, which I had known about on YouTube, but I didn't know that there was a short film. It looks like it was from 2004. It's only 30 minutes long. It's a BBBC special, and it stars Matthew Berry, Julia Davis, Julian Barrett, Richard Ayoa. A lot of people that I don't really know, but they're BBBC stars. And basically the concept of this is that it's set in 1978. It's from the viewpoint of a suicidal innkeeper. And this is the nativity story from the innkeeper's viewpoint. But it's a mock-up of Jesus Christ Superstar, Godspell, and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So like the 60s, 70s eras of biblical epics. So the plot basically in this version, which I don't even, I will give spoilers for something said about the nativity, is that the innkeeper is kind of like, he's running this business, and Judas Iscariot, I guess his dad or something, Tony Iscariot, is in this as this kind of like rival, or he's like, if you don't pay your debts to me, then I'm going to buy your inn. And he's about to commit suicide, and then all of a sudden, this wrestler with a goatee is doing the voice of God in that kind of Jesus Christ Superstar, like deep Pharisee voice, that kind of voice, and says, a shooting star will appear to you, or something like that. And that's not the song, so no copyright strike for me, So, and he mistakes it and thinks that the only star I know is King Herod, the stand-up musician. I don't know why he's a stand-up musician, because he would have no agency, but whatever. They're mocking up the kind of the tropes of what Jesus Christ and those kind of ones did, what Godspell and all that did, right? And some modernizations, some not modernizations, the costumes all look like a cross between like the original Jesus Christ Superstar with Ted Neely, and that was film. So like you kind of have like sort of like kind of first century type things that you would wear like if you had a church play, but at the same time there's a lot of hippie clothes because it's supposed to be 1978, what did I think of this film? Well, first of all, the warning. The only wrong thing with this film is that, as a joke, they say God's name in vain. Jesus' name is particularly. And they do it more than once. And so for me, that knocks it immediately down from this to that, because you're going to have to know that going in. Otherwise, this would be for anybody. Like, it'd be anybody who's seen Jesus Christ Superstar, anybody who's seen Joseph and the Amazing Dreamcoat, or Godspell, and it'd be for any age, except for those little words of like using the word Christ, but as a joke because of the fact that he's not born yet, and they kind of use it as kind of like I'll say oh goodness or something, you know what I mean, like, or whatever, right? But that's what the plot is, and now here's the good. What they do is they take a lot of the some songs are direct parodies, and you can hear it in your head and go like, and I was trying to figure out what is that song, and I don't think all the songs are necessarily from Jesus Christ Superstar or Godspell or that, because it's like da da da. I won't hum it for copyright reasons, but like it's definitely the 70s style of music. That is in that same vein, right? And you'll recognize those songs. You'll say, "Oh, that's not the lyrics, but those are in the vein of those songs." There's others that are parody songs that are clearly not like, for example, Jesus Christ Superstar's Gethsemane song. They don't do like a beat for beat version of it, but they do one where it does have the same like what. That kind of thing. That was my one comedic effect was when they had Joseph, meaning Mary and Joseph, and they had Joseph. He talks like a voice like this or something like this, and then he goes back to the high pitch. Like it's kind of like mocking that kind of like that kind of thing. There's a subplot, and so my favorite scene was with the rival innkeeper who like saying that he wants the debt, and then how he deals with that. There's also this woman who works for our hero innkeeper who like decides that she wants to go back to Tony Iscariot, and they kind of do some love battles with that. They do a lot of cool film editing. This film I mean, if you didn't know it was 2004, you might think that it was actually filmed in the late 70s or something. So the film editing is really well done and a lot of fun and really funny. Mary does not really appear in this movie, spoiler alert. I know that makes no sense, but like she's just like, I don't know why, but like they didn't even bother getting an actress to play Mary. She's just like a costume or something. It's almost like maybe a joke of like we didn't have an actress to play Mary, or I don't know what the joke is, but Mary's supposed to be there, but like they never show her as a person, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It'd be almost like they put a mannequin there. They didn't, but I don't get it. There are wise men and there are shepherds. They do jokes with that. It doesn't follow necessarily any biblical version of or traditional version of like nativity. So it's basically, it is what it is, right? It's meant for comedic effect. And then, but Jesus is born, and he is the true shining star that shows us about love and forgiveness, and that's how it ends. So is it worth it? Check it out. Try it.